Hey, what's up? My name is Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader. This is a CRAVE spoiler video. Spoilers. I'm saying this in the very beginning because you should not watch this video if you haven't read the book. You can go back and watch my review video, which doesn't have any spoilers, but you should not watch this one because I'm gonna talk about what happens in CRAVE. All right, so if you've read CRAVE, you know that this is a book about a girl who goes off to a boarding school because her parents died and she meets Jaxon, who she doesn't know is a vampire, but eventually, obviously, finds out he's a vampire. But one of the things that I thought was super cool about this book was that it wasn't just vampires and werewolves. I was really shocked by that because I thought it was just going to be kind of like this Twilight retelling and it's going to be the war between the vampires and the werewolves. No, we have dragons, we have witches, we have warlocks, we have, what's the other thing that's at the school? Oh, and werewolves. Duh. I was really excited about that. I also liked how it was modern, but it was also very gothic, for lack of a better word. You know, they're in a castle and it's decorated like Halloween and it's creepy and it's cheesy and it's so great. Also, I texted Patty from Patty Is Booked as I was reading this because as I'm reading, I didn't realize how much I love texting conversations. I mean, obviously I love them in books, but when vampires can text, it's even better. And it was something that I was missing in Twilight that I didn't know was missing until it happened. So I texted her, I said, vampires can text now, and my life is complete. I wanna know how many people, one, suspected Leah of anything. Because when we first met her in the library, I knew that there was something wrong with this chick. I was like, something's not right. She knows exactly who you are, which everybody kind of knew who she was, but Leah really knew. So I knew something was not right. And she kept trying to befriend Grace and she kept trying to be all nice and let's have mani-pedis. And I'm like, I don't trust you. I did not expect her to try to create a human sacrifice with Grace to, you know, bring Hudson back from the dead. But that was a nice little twist that I was a little bit shocked that that's where the storyline went. But I also really want to know what this whole end of the world as we know it thing is going to be. Like, what is going on with Jaxon and what does it have to do with Grace and why is it the end of the world? You know, Leah kept saying that when they were fighting in the end, you know, calling her, saying she wasn't a human and saying that it's the end of the world as we know it. And so was Flint. And so I really need to know what that means. So book 2 better hurry up because I cannot wait to find out what that even means. It was kind of fun that it wasn't the werewolf vampire fight. Like she threw dragons in kind of as the other love interest, even though you end up not really liking Flint at the end or kind of liking him and knowing that he was trying to do something bigger than what we knew in the beginning. But I like that it wasn't a werewolf. It was kind of nice. I'm not Team Jacob, I'm Team Edward, so I'm gonna stick with Jaxon on this one. Also, a gargoyle? Where did that come from? I feel like I was expecting her to be something, especially with Leah always telling her at the end that she wasn't a human, she's more than that, and the librarian kind of hinting at that. But I was not expecting a gargoyle. I was reading the end thinking, what is she? What is she? They keep saying she's not a witch, but what are my options, you know? In the end, in the very last scene, when she steps in front of Jaxon, I knew she was gonna turn into a statue, but I didn't think, because that's the only thing in my head that I thought is gonna block this attack, but I did not consider it a gargoyle. And now I wanna know what the heck is going on inside of her statue. Like, what's happening? Because Hudson's in there, which means all hell could be breaking loose. How is Jaxon gonna help get her out? Like, I'm lost. I'm hoping that everybody who's watching this read the last bonus chapters that were written from Jaxon's perspective, because if you haven't, go and read those. They were at the end of the book, and I think they were also in the Kindle version. The fact that he tried to break the mating bond broke my heart. And and Patty thinks so too, I'm really worried that because he was an idiot and he threw the way you can break the mating bond into a trash can at the front of the school, I feel like that's gonna come back to bite him later, no pun intended. Because there's no way that nobody's gonna find that and try to use it against him or something. Like, that wouldn't have been put in there if it wasn't gonna come back. So, but I'm so glad he didn't do it. It made me really happy. I don't know, I just feel like this was a great intro back into vampires, and I know that Tracy dedicates it to Stephanie in the very beginning, and I'm hoping that's Stephanie Meyer, but it was the action that I feel like Twilight took 4 books to get to all in one. And I've been struggling a lot lately with long books, but I read this one so freaking fast and I didn't want it to end. And now I don't know what I'm gonna do for this book hangover. So if anybody has any suggestions, hit me up in the comments, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know what I can read to come back from this. If you wanna chat more, definitely leave some comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram at The Fun Size Reader, on Facebook at The Fun Size Reader, or on Twitter at Fun Size Reader. Click the subscribe button or click on my face. Thanks so much for chatting with me about Crave and letting me vent, get all of these emotions off. See you guys next time.